At this stage, what I thought you might find particularly interesting is the other inspirations for the creation of my film Glass Onion, which was the origin story for the novel Lorelei, which is out now. I've spoken in some other videos about the music and the locations which inspired me, but there are also a number of different filmic tricks or tips and things which I used in creating the film or inspiring the different elements. The first of which, I was a massive fan at that age of Vanessa Paradis and her movies. Her first one, White Wedding, had just come out, first one that was available over here, and there's a scene in it where the innocent yet non-innocent girl wakes up in the bed with sunlight across her bare back from the open shutters, and she looks up and smiles at the camera. And I knew instantly that this was a central image that I wanted within my film. So with the use of spotlights, some cardboard for shuttered gates because I didn't have the correct lenses and things for it, and a rearrangement of various things in my room, and the inclusion of a chaperone, Meg, who's one of the other stars of the film, in there with me, so I felt more comfortable than the actress did. We created this version, which is very similar to the original. I did take several shots of it because I really wanted to focus in the face and pull out, but unfortunately the camera I was using wasn't able to zoom that quickly, so this was what we ended up on. One of the other motifs that runs throughout the film and throughout the book is the red and black of the former girlfriend, Helen in the film, Natalie in the book, and Meg, the aforementioned Meg, who was there chaperoning the previous scene, played the ex-girlfriend for me. So I've already shown a couple of clips, but if you can see here, the darkness and the black and red in her face showing up, which is also mirrored in the death shots, which I filmed in Sefton Park, where she's lying there still with the petals going across her face. This was a motif which I was going to repeat with the ghostly figure. So as you can see in some of the pictures here, the outfit I've chosen is again black and red, and this was going to be a motif throughout the film, in the flashbacks in particular. The other shot which I really wanted to include, I may have seen it in something, I can't remember, but was shooting through a mirror. So you think you're seeing one thing, and then as the camera pulls back, you realise you're actually viewing, or secretly viewing, voyeuristically viewing something else. And that actually came first before I had the idea of what was being viewed. So I tried a couple of test shots, which you can see here, in my room. And then we went to the fashion shoot itself. And this is part of the book and part of the film. And the photographer is taking secret shots of the lead character through the mirror behind a curtain. And this was very important because those images that he'd taken then come to life in one of the other clips, which I created by putting the footage on a video monitor and refilming his reaction as the still figure seems to come to life. And this is something that was retained in the book. I think it was quite effective. It was quite well shot. The other thing that I'll just leave you with here is a few seconds of the fashion shoot, which made it all the way into the finalised book of Lorelei, with the soundtrack, which is actually used in the book as well. And we filmed that and ended with the photographer taking the pictures of our ghostly figure and panning round, and then I became the camera to shoot, and I tried a number of different approaches to moving around, moving the camera. I didn't have a dolly, so it had to be handheld. But I think we came up with some quite great, some very, very useful images, which would have gone on to great effect in flashbacks later on in the film. Although unfortunately I wouldn't get to use them. And here you go. Here's a few seconds of the fashion shoot.
Okay. Same things don't matter.
He's only going to cut seconds of it, so...